how to fight with the whole Jamana and society and got married against all odds. And the second story is about how I chose my path of life. And these stories related to my writings. In my childhood, I won't say that I was a ardent reader, but I love to read all kind of literature. Knowing that literature is not only the mirror of society, but literature opens up the mind, literature connects you with the history, culture, societies, science, everything. And more importantly, if you keep on reading different literatures, not just put your mind to one and become narrow in it, then perhaps it will also bring you closer to the truth. So I used to write in newspapers, magazines. Those days, there were few most read magazines and newspapers, magazines like Dharm Yug, Saptahik Hindustan, Dinman. So I used to write in them. And I came to know about another magazine called Jan Gyan, and I had an interest because the editor or the deputy editor of that magazine was a lady, a girl in Delhi, and I was studying engineering. I passed out as engineer in Madhya Pradesh, my hometown Vidisha. So I wrote an article about the liberative elements of Indian philosophy and mythology, which can bring about very fundamental values of freedom and dignity and rights of human beings in society. That was a bit unusual for a guy who was just 21-year-old. That time I was 21-year-old. So in this magazine, Jan Gyan, my story was published, or my article was published. This was like a thesis, 15, 16 pages article. But the publisher and chief editor of that magazine in India, in Delhi, liked that article and published it. And that created a lot of debate among the readers. Some people liked it and others said that this is all nonsense. He is trying to tilt the Hindu philosophy and religion into something which is not us, etc., etc. That was in 1975, just before the emergency. And I was part of the social movements, youth movement, student movements. But when the article was published, many people thought that I'm not, Kailash Satyarthi is not a child or a young man. He must be very matured in 60s or 70s. So anyway, so one day when I was traveling to Delhi, I thought that let me meet my chief editor and the deputy editor, especially. And I went to meet them in Karol Bagh. And I found a group of some beautiful girls, including the editor. And I introduced myself that I am Kailash Satyarthi. And she laughed at me. क्यों मजाक कर रहे हो? तुम कैसे कैलाश सत्यार्थी हो सकते हो? How come you are Kailash Satyarthi? He should be an elderly, matured person. And I was struggling to prove myself that I am the one. आप सोचिए कि एक खूबसूरत लड़की के सामने आप साबित करें कि आप वही आदमी हैं, तो कितना मुश्किल है काम. लेकिन I did not win. And she left, leaving me that you should talk to my father, who is the publisher. So I met her father, and the father had a kind of full interrogation kind of thing, that why are you making us fool? But in half an hour, 40 minutes conversation, he realized that this is the guy. So he asked, Mr. Satyarthi, where are you staying in Delhi? You came all the way from Bhopal. Though I was staying with a friend of mine. Actually, I wanted to stay with a friend of mine, but I did not want to lose the opportunity to go to meet his daughter again at his home. So I said, sir, I don't know where I'm going to stay. इतनी बड़ी दुनिया आपकी दिल्ली में मैं अकेला हूँ. So he said, no, come with me, and why don't you stay with us at our home? And that is the thing I want. So he took me in his car to his home, and then I found this beautiful lady, and she was surprised, rather shocked, and asked to her father, why did you bring this guy? ये तो शैतान है, कोई झूठ बोल रहा है, liar. Then he said, no, this is Kailash. This is the author who created so much debate in our magazine, and our magazine became a big platform. उस समय तो ये टीवी चैनल्स नहीं थे ना, तो टीआरपी का जमाना नहीं था. टीआरपी होती तो और मजा आता. Anyway, so I spent a night and the day with the family, and you can imagine that this meeting, and when I was able to prove myself, this girl became my wife. She is here, Sumedha ji, and the mother of 2 children, and someone who has been fighting with me all in her life against all the odds. We fought for few months or few years to get married. Nobody, neither my family nor her family, agreed for such thing. But now she is the mother of hundreds of thousands of children whom we liberated, and she is in charge of their rehabilitation and education. So the literature, my writing, gave me a new life, or the greatest gift from heaven. The second time when I was passionate to the issue of, Madam, sorry, I will listen to you. I promise that I will invite you for a cup of tea. I promise that I will invite you for a cup of tea.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, can we please have some order, please? It's not polite to interrupt the speaker when he's speaking. Let him please finish, then we'll take questions and answers. Please sit down. Please be peaceful.
Please
go on.
Yeah.
That's enough, please. Thanks. Please go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So there is a question. I respect the dissent voices, and if even she is angry, I respect her anger. I could not understand whether she is questioning me and my integrity in my fight against child slavery, or very good. That is the great news that you hardly read my name.
And may I please request him silent for some time? Let him finish. You'll get your chance to talk, please. Let's have some order, please.
I could not understand the question was for me or for the Nobel Committee, which gives the Nobel Prize.
Let's not make it this unnecessary slugfest, please.
I think we should give her a big applause so that she can feel little bit peace in mind. So what you want
Get
to
your
ask?
turn to speak, please.
So
Sir, please continue.
everybody says continue. So please, I respect the lady's anger, and she had some frustration, and she had to express that frustration to me over a cup of tea. But that frustration may be against the Nobel Committee or against my dear daughter Malala or me or whosoever. So let us go. So the question is that if this goes on, if 90% of the cases under POSCO remain pending, I have a fundamental question. that it will take 40 years in some states to dispose of the cases of POXO. And this means practically that a girl who is being molested today or a boy, he may have to go to, on this pace, that person has to go to the court along with his children or probably grandchildren. So what we have demanded, and still demanding, that there should be a child-friendly court to deal with all.
Say, you know, if I tell the audience about my love story, it surpasses all. Okay, that I will not waste your time also. I'm Rajini Khamesra. I'm from investigative media for last 42 years. And I'm sorry to say that, Mr. Satyarthi. Before 2014, I had never heard your name. I was a regular contributor to Dharamyog, Saptahik Hindustan, because I am an avid reader of all the magazines. Times of India, since it started, I have been contributing. I get Times of India. I get all the newspapers in my house. But unfortunately, I had never read your name anywhere. That
So, question
I just
is-
want to ask you a few questions. That every day, every 2 hours, you said that a child is raped and abducted. What are you doing about it? What are you doing about
That's
it?
enough.
Why don't you ask the
Let
question?
him answer the question.
No.
Let him answer the question.
No. Why he is not doing? Why?
Let him answer the question. He asked a question. Let him answer the question.
No, he should do. He should be public about it. That this is what he's doing. We
Let him
don't
answer the
even
question.
know
Let him answer.
the NGO, your NGO's name.
All right, ma'am, let him answer the question.
You
You
were
asked the
living
question.
in Kalkaji. I know it. You were in. I'm living that side. I'm living that side. I know it.
All right, ma'am.
I've been keeping
You've
a tab
asked a
on
question,
you. I've
please.
been keeping a tab
You
on you.
asked a question. Let him answer the question, please. Let's ask him decorum. Yeah. This is not a one-on monologue.
Thank you, my dear sister. I know.
I know, Mr.
I was.
That's fine. Let him answer the question. Let him answer the question.
So, Nitinji, somebody has sent a photo, put on my Facebook, that two of my books are being sold here. And somebody, suno to say, suno man, just let it. And then,
Got your chance. Thank you.
and then,
Speak, please.
I just saw on the Facebook that these books are lying close to a book written by someone, I don't know who wrote that book, and that is Veerappan. Did you hear the name of Veerappan?
Yes.
Oh God, so Veerappan should get a Nobel Prize according to her because she heard the name of Veerappan and not Kailash Satyarthi. Very good.
Okay, listen.
So let me tell you one thing which I know with utmost humility, that Nobel Prizes are not given on the basis of the popularity or the name or being famous in the newspapers. It is something different. And I strongly oppose that if you raise the question on the Nobel Committee on that, I will seriously oppose. You can ask any question to me.
Okay, ma'am, that's enough. Thanks. He's answered the question. Fine. This is not a fight, please. There are others in the audience. Please don't monopolize the stage. Please. Hold on. Listen, ma'am. Please don't monopolize the stage. We will take questions one by one. We'll take 3 or 4 questions in a row. Your turn first. We'll take 3 or 4 questions in a row. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Please don't monopolize the stage.